When did someone you trusted hurt your child? When my teenage daughter started constantly locking herself in her room, I thought she was just dealing with normal teenager stuff, but then things got really weird. Every morning, Adriana would come out of her room looking scared of her own shadow. She'd check every corner of the hallway before sprinting to the bathroom. When I tried to talk to her at breakfast, she'd flinch if I moved too fast. "You okay, honey?" I'd ask, and she'd whisper, "I'm fine," while staring at her phone in terror. Her report card came home, and I nearly had a heart attack seeing all those D's. Her volleyball coach called me at work asking if Adriana had quit the team. "She hasn't shown up in 3 weeks," he said, sounding worried. At dinner, Adriana would just push food around her plate and stare at her lap. My husband kept insisting that nothing was wrong with her. "She's 15, let her have some space," he'd say, but I knew something was really wrong with my kid. This all started after her uncle gave her a laptop for her birthday 2 months ago. Then he got her an iPhone because she needed it for safety, then a tablet, then a smartwatch, then wireless earbuds that she wore constantly. My brother had never really been close to Adriana, so I figured he was trying to step in and be the cool uncle, but it still seemed weird. Her behavior got scarier every single day until I couldn't take it anymore. One afternoon while she was at school, I went into her room to see if I could find out what was going on. The laptop was open to a document where she'd typed, "I am worthless," 500 times. Then, "I deserve to be watched," 300 times. There were dozens of rules too, like "I will not cover any cameras," and "I will smile when told to smile." That night after dinner, I heard Adriana on the phone in her room. "Please, I'm sorry," she was saying, and I could hear her crying through the door. "I didn't mean to break the rule. It won't happen again, I promise." I walked in before she could stop me. She hung up immediately and looked at me with pure panic in her eyes. "Who was that?" I asked, trying to stay calm. "Nobody, just a friend from school," she said, but her hands were shaking. I sat on her bed and noticed her phone buzzing with text after text. "Is someone bothering you?" She started crying harder and showed me her phone with hundreds of messages from the same number. The texts made me want to commit murder. "I recorded you changing today. Your body belongs to me now. Unalive yourself if you want. I have enough videos to remember you forever." I grabbed all of her devices and brought them downstairs to my husband. "Call my brother right now," I told him while I started checking the laptop settings. There was some kind of remote access program installed that was currently active and watching everything. The same program was on the phone and tablet. "Your brother says he never gave Adriana any electronics," my husband said, looking confused. That's when Adriana whispered, "It's not him, Mom. It's Uncle Mike, Aunt Lisa's husband. He said if I told anyone, he'd post videos of me in the shower everywhere." I drove to his apartment like I was possessed while my husband stayed with Adriana. When I got there, I called 911 and said, "I'm about to kill a pedophile unless you get here in 2 minutes." Then I started kicking his door until it cracked. When he opened the door and saw me standing there, he had the audacity to smile. "You got here really fast." I shoved my way inside and saw 3 computer monitors showing different angles of Adriana's bedroom. "How could you? She's only 15 years old," I screamed at him. He just stood there looking proud of himself. I grabbed the baseball bat he had sitting by the door. "You're going to delete every single file while I watch, or I'm going to beat you until you're drinking through a straw for the rest of your pathetic life." Unfortunately, I only got a few swings in before the cops arrived. The cops arrested him immediately, and we found months of recordings from all the hidden cameras. My daughter still won't sleep without me double-checking her room for cameras every night.